With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Let's see the question. In a DNA molecule, the phosphate group is attached to dash carbon of the sugar residue of its own nucleotide and the dash carbon of the sugar residue of the next nucleotide by dash bonds. Now this question is of the chapter biomolecules and specifically talking about the nucleic acid, that is DNA. So DNA, the monomeric unit of DNA is a nucleotide, right? So let's see the basic structure of nucleotide to understand the answer and confirm with the options. Okay. So a nucleotide is made up of three components. Okay. It's a sugar, nitrogen base, and phosphate group. Okay. So this is the sugar. When you talk about the pentose sugar, carbon, this is oxygen here, carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, and outside there is CH2OH, means the fifth carbon is here. Okay, and to one side here you have the nitrogen base, and towards the other side, means with respect to the fifth carbon, we have the phosphate group, right? This is the phosphate group. So together, and this is what? This is the sugar. So together with these three components, you are getting what? This is a nucleotide. So let's consider this is our nucleotide number 1. So here if you see, the phosphate is attached to the fifth carbon. This phosphate is attached to the fifth carbon of the first sugar residue. Now you have to consider one more nucleotide as per the demand of the question. So here is the second nucleotide, the sugar. Here again the nitrogen base, and here you will have the fifth carbon, CH2OH. And now you are going to see how, now this is what? This is the, and the phosphate, of course, the phosphate attached here at the fifth carbon. So this is our nucleotide number 2. So now here the carbon number was 1, 2, 3. So if you see this nucleotide, this phosphate group, the nucleotides are going to get bonded to each other. Here in between the phosphate and the sugar, the bond is ester bond. Same with the phosphate and sugar of the second nucleotide. But the bond formation between the first and the second nucleotide will happen with respect to the third carbon of the second nucleotide. Okay, and the name of the bond is the phosphodiester. This one ester and the other ester, diester. Di is 2. Phosphodiester bond, and the location being 5 of this, fifth carbon of this, and the third of the other. So at the 5 dash 3 dash end, you are having which bond? The phosphodiester bond. Now let's see the options and get to the conclusion. So DNA molecule, first the phosphate group is attached to. So this is the first nucleotide. Phosphate group is attached to the pi dash end of the sugar residue of its own nucleotide. This is the one. And the dash carbon of the sugar residue of the next nucleotide by which bond. So they are specifically asking where the phosphodiester bond is going to form. With association with that, what is the carbon? So that is third, as we have seen here, and the name of the bond is phosphodiester bond. So let's see option. The very first option itself is right. Pi dash 3 dash end, the phosphodiester bond. Here pi dash 3 dash is right in the second option, but they are seeing glycosidic. Remember, glycosidic is seen here in between the sugar and nitrogenous base. Here you see the glycosidic bond. That is wrong. Third is saying 3-5. 3-5 is wrong. It is 5-3. Because always remember, from the first nucleotide point of view, phosphates always attach at the fifth end. So normal one nucleotide phosphate attachment is always at the fifth carbon. But when you talk about phosphodiester bond formation, that has association with 1/5 fifth carbon and 1/3 of the other nucleotide. And the last is 3-5- glycosidic is also wrong. So our correct answer is the first one, 5-3- and phosphodiester bond. Hope you have understood and the concept is clear.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.